Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Liz here and I have some new goodies stashed to play with today. I have this Dylusions Creative Journal with black pages and some Posca pens and a white pen and a fine liner pen. These are all from Paper Pen and Plan, and you can get them in the Paper Pen and Plan Etsy shop. Have a browse, treat yourself. This is the very first time I've had a journal with black pages, so I'm quite looking forward, if not a little bit nervous about what might happen in this journal. Anyway, it says here that you can doodle, collage, paint and more. So looking forward to having a play with the black pages. A nice change. The journal comes with the elastic closure, which you can just lift over. There's this handy pocket on the one side, and lovely thick cardstock pages. Yeah, quite looking forward to that. The pens are the Posca pens. I've got 3 finer nib ones, the yellow, the pink and the black, and 3 thicker pink ones, the purple, the red and the white. And I've also got the Signo pigment ink in white and a Uniball fine line 0.5. And as well as those pens, I also have 3 bottles of the Dylusions paint. So I have Camso Teal and Rose Quartz and Fresh Lime. So looking forward to a nice bright page on the black and hope that they all show up nicely. I think they will. I'm quite excited. So we're going to pop these aside for now. I've got a cup here to keep them in safe, stop them from rolling about. Just put the paints to the side and let's get started. So I'm going to cover my mat with this old dishcloth because I think this might get a little bit messy, and I'm going to start as well in the middle page because I don't know, I just fancy starting in the middle. Sometimes when you open this and it's the very first page, I would maybe be a bit nervous doing something on the first page. So because this is all new to me, I'm going to start in the middle and just work randomly in the journal. So this is the middle and it sits nice and flat. And I'm going to put a page in there. Now this makes it awful big. I wonder if does half a page work? Let's try half a page. Yes, I think half a page is better, just in case we go over the edges and onto another page, although it doesn't really matter because the other pages will be getting painted over anyway, but that just keeps it all nice and neat. Let me move that up a little bit. There we are. Okay, so today I was thinking of using this stencil. It's a Marianne Design stencil. It doesn't have a name. And these stamps here, the Dylusions Further Around the Edge and Bird Crazy. That's what I was thinking. So we'll see how it goes. I've also had a quick play with the paints on a spare piece of black card. You can see I've had a little bit of a go. I tried to write with the black fine liner. Can you see on the white Posca? And I've tried all the pens and I gave it a rub to see how quickly it dries, and obviously if you put it on quite thick it takes a little bit. And the paints here all work out quite well on the black. So that was just a wee play around that I had, just to see how they would be, and I'm happy with that, and I think I am good to dive in with this has gone hard. I must have used it for something, or else it's just a cheap one that has just gone hard. I don't know, but I was thinking maybe even although it's hard, I could get quite a good effect with the paint. So we'll give it a go and see what happens. So let's see what the thing is. I think I'll just put a mix. Just let's get some paint on and not hope for the best, but we'll see how this, oh, spreads it not too bad in a sort of liney way. Not sure. Let's try some pink. Oops. Give the pink a little bit. Making a mess already. I don't want to mix it up and get it muddy, so just be mindful of how that's going on, because I want to still keep the colours. See how it mixed in there. Let's get rid of the thickish lines. Yeah, and let's have a little blue. Here, and a little blue here, and up that top bit there. Yes, I've seen people put the paint on with a spatula, and I'm thinking this is maybe the effect that you would get, because that's hard and it maybe makes the same sort of effect. I'm not sure. Well, at least we've got some colour on the page. Yep. I think that dries pretty quick. Yeah, dries quick. Okay, now let me think. Do I like the lines? Yeah, I think as a background it'll probably get covered up quite a lot anyway. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that and see what's what with the stencil. And maybe do some stenciling next. I've got the stencil here, and I've got a little dauber, and I'm going to stencil using some white. So I'll just put some white in this. And we'll use this little sponge dauber. And let's start up the top here because I think that's dry. That dries quick. Let's just see what happens. I always go up and down with a stencil because you don't want to rub it across like that. You might go underneath the stencil and it not be quite the way you want it to be. Oh, that's pretty good. Quite like that. Let's do another little bit down here. And maybe some in the middle. Oh, I'm liking how that's coming on. And where else? Up at the top here. And maybe down this bottom corner. I need some more. Paint in the, oh, that's quite a splodge. Okay, some paint. I think we'll add more of the colour to the middle using a proper brush. I think, or yeah, I think so. I think we'll add another layer of some colour. Let's put some pink and some blue. And let's use this real brush, see how it goes on with the real brush. Yeah, let's just add a little bit of and that just brings in a little bit of the stenciling as well, just covers up a wee edge of it. And let's try the blue. I'm glad I did that first layer because I think it's showing up this second layer better. And a little bit of pink. fill in some spaces. Now, how are we doing there? Yeah, I think that's better. Maybe this green bit here needs another little coat to cover up the lines a bit. You can tell this journal has got thick paper. It's taking this and not doing anything to the pages. It's not making them really wet and going through to the other side, so that's good. Let's just fluff up those edges there with that. There we are. Yes. I think that's better. Okay, let's leave that there for a moment, and let's get on with, let's move all the paint out the way, and let's get on with some stamping. So I'm going to leave that to dry, and I'm going to bring in my stamps. I'm going to stamp. Using a VersaFine ink pad, and I'm going to stamp onto some old book pages and then maybe add a little bit of colour from there. So I'm going to stamp two of the birds, I think. I have two of the birds, ones that face each other. I think that's the best plan, so that will go, let's me bring, just this will be the plan, to do two of the birds and maybe some of these leaves. Okay, so let's stamp this crazy bird. Crazy bird. And we'll just stamp them on to the words there, to the old, I was going to say dictionary page, but it's not, it's actually an encyclopedia, quite a thick book. So that's him done. And let's do his pal. And I'm going to fussy cut this once I've added a little bit of colour. And we'll just stamp him here. This will just add to the background, I think, once I've coloured in the bird. So we'll put him over there and we'll get the leaves out. And we'll stamp a couple of leaves. Get this nice and solid, right, nice hard push down. Good. And we'll do two of these. There we are. So let's move all that out the way. Oh, there's a paintbrush down. Okay, so I'm going to colour these birds and yes, so what will we have? Well, we have a pink bird and a blue bird, I think. So, or maybe we'll blend the two colours. Maybe. Let's just get a little bit of kitchen roll because I've just gone over his eye a little bit. And a little bit of blue, I think. Because after all, he is a crazy bird, so we don't need to be too concerned about being realistic. We'll give him a blue beak and maybe some blue eyes. There we are. Let's go over the pink a wee bit again. You can see the book print coming through a little bit. And we'll do him pink on this bit. I'm saying him, might be a her, you can tell. And we'll make him green here. There we are. And we'll just give him a wee tiny bit of a blue. Blue eye. And maybe just a little bit of blue around the edges. Pink, and I think that's us done with the birds. We'll fussy cut him. Just lift a wee bit of that off. So that's the two birds, and we'll do the two leaves. I'm going to do the leaves white, I think, just so that they stand out on the page against the background. So we'll just roughly give them some white all the way down. And I'm going to stop recording here, and I will continue to paint these leaves, and then I will fussy cut the birds, and I shall be back in a second. Right, I'm back, and that's them fussy cut, and I'm quite pleased with how I stamped a little extra top bit for over here. I'm quite pleased with how they've turned out. I stamped this extra bit because I want the bird to be able to sit on something, and I had a wee accident with his legs, but I'm going to tuck him in anyway, I think, till I get him to sit on a branch, something like this. So they'll go something like that. And I also dug out this stamp set, I had a little go to see how it would work out. So this stamp set is by Marlene, Studio Light, little mini background stamps. So I've picked out this one, and I'm going to go round the edge, I think, for now. See how that looks. I'll just move the stamps, the bits over there just now. So just going to randomly go round the edge, I think. Ink everywhere already. I just want to turn it different ways to get a different lot of circles. So while I was away fussy cutting, I also walked the dog because it's hailstones here now and then today, and it just suddenly became quite bright, and we thought, right, let's just get on with taking Millie out. So that's what we did. Over to the park. And that's her done till after tea time and then night time. She's a rescued greyhound. This is our second one. We had Boyd for 10 years and we've had Millie for 2 years now, I think. Ooh, oh no. Oh, I think we're all right. So I think that'll do that. There we are. Okay, so let's put this ink pad away before I have any more accidents with it. So let's see how that looks, and I think that makes a difference, having the black border around here. Yeah, I think so. We'll just move that down a bit. Now, should we just get that down and then we'll think about adding something else? I think we will. I think we'll just get this down. So I've got my Mod Podge here, which I'm just going to get this down. Yeah, so an adopted greyhound, and it's funny how Boyd was so quiet, so laid back, you just wouldn't know he was there, and this one is just mad, absolutely mad. Wants to play with all the other dogs. Of course we can't let her off the lead, so, or she would be off. And so, oh, see, these old vintage papers are quite fragile. But that just slid back together and you would never know. Right, so I want to put this other one, and I want to get the bird in underneath, so Let's not stick that bit down. Let's just keep our finger there. Yes, and Boyd wouldn't look at a toy, but Millie just absolutely loves her toys. Would spend all day squeaking, well, not all day. She has what we call a mad half hour, usually around about lunchtime, where she goes a bit crazy with the squeaky toys. Right, and let's just do this little guy. But apart from that, greyhounds are very lazy. She's just happy to have a sofa to lie on. And we'll pop that under there. There. That's good. And we'll just do this side over here. Get this one down. There. I think that's pretty good. I'll just show you up close there. Now I have picked out some words for here, so we find them again. And this is Studio Light art by Marlene, sticker sheets. And I think we'll have, if you're going to be weird, be confident about it. Because I think that's quite suitable for these birds. So let me see. Whoops, I knocked that there. I've got a bit of a sugar. And if you're going to be weird, I just need to, before I press that down, hold that up, make sure I'm straight. Yeah, that'll do it. Going to be weird, be confident. I feel that there's something needing in the middle here. Yeah, I think there definitely is, but I think what we'll do is we'll use the white Uniball Signo and just maybe pick up some highlights. I think that makes a wee difference. Yeah. Little highlight on the there, and maybe we'll do, take these clips off. Maybe we'll do that. And that just brings that together. That's better. Okay. Now, still something here. Still need something. I wonder if we should use one of the other stamps. Maybe some dots. There's some circle. We've already got circles. And there's some squiggles. I think we'll stick with the dots. And we won't use a block, we'll just do it a wee bit more randomly. That's not bad. Let's try the white. Let's put the lid on the water polish and get it out of the way. Let's try the white again. What could we do with the white? Around the edges of these leaves, maybe. Just here and there. Do a bit. Glue that wee end down. I'm not sure about that. Just move that a little bit. Yeah, that's better. So, what do we think? Do we think that's done? Or do we think it could have something else? I'm not very good at this arty, painty, arts journally stuff, but I think the black just is quite good to have a go on. But I think that's okay. I think, well, is there something here I could do? Maybe some more spots. Maybe a couple of spots there, a couple of dots, I think. Yeah, that's better. Yes, that just made a difference there. Right, I'm going to call it done. And thanks for sticking with me and all my indecisions and blethers. And like I say, this journal is available from Paper, Pen and Plan, along with the Posca paints and the Dylusions paints. So I've had a bit of fun today, and call it a day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.